Hey guys, look what I've got here. This is the Ray-Ban Meta Gen 2. And today we are comparing it to the first generation, which I've been using for a long time now. We are going to dive into the differences so you'll know exactly if that extra price or the upgrade is actually worth it for you. As always, you can find the links to the glasses in the description and on my homepage VoodooDE-VR.com. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Do you wear glasses and hate wearing them under your VR headset? They press against your face, fog up, or maybe even scratch the lenses. It doesn't have to be that way. These are the prescription lenses from VRROC. These lenses are custom made based on your exact prescription. The result? Perfect clear vision in VR, completely without glasses. And the best part, they are magnetic. Installation is super easy. Attach the adapter once and the lenses just click into place. Holds securely and fits perfectly. And for the PlayStation VR 2, they've even added a special cutout at the nose bridge for maximum comfort. They also have new lenses for all Ray-Ban Meta models now. You can choose from 5 different types, including mirrored, polarized or fast-reacting transition lenses. Best of all, they support a massive prescription range from -20 up to +12, using high index material to keep them ultra thin and comfortable even for high prescriptions. Every order includes free lens coatings for enhanced comfort and free worldwide shipping. So ditch the glasses from your headset and enjoy VR the way it's meant to be. Sharp, clear and comfortable. A 10% coupon link and code is in the description. Well, let's start with the first impression. The case for both Gen 1 and Gen 2 is high quality as usual. Honestly, there's not much of a difference here. You can really tell it's a premium product though. At first glance, the glasses themselves look identically. Only the tiny Gen 2 lettering hints at the upgrade. I have the Wayfarer model here for both. One tiny difference, the Gen 2 is 3 grams heavier than its predecessor. But of course you absolutely won't notice that while wearing them. The build quality is excellent on both and the tech is almost invisible integrated into the frame. Or if you have this one here, the special edition where you can look through, of course you can see all the technology, but this is intended of course. But the other ones you don't see that. Only the camera on the left and the LED on the right give away that these are smart glasses. So let's talk about camera and image quality. The heart of the glasses is of course the camera. Both use, so the Gen 1 and Gen 2 use a 12 megapixel sensor with an ultra wide lens. The photo resolution remains identically at 3025 by 4032 pixels. The big difference is in the video. Gen 1 records in 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second and Gen 2 now offers 3K resolution at 30 frames per second. Thanks to the higher pixel density, you have a bit more room for post-editing with Gen 2. For example, if you want to crop the vertical video into a 16:9 format, which unfortunately still isn't possible natively. Overall though, the difference between the versions is smaller than I had hoped. I don't think upgrading to Gen 2 just for the slightly better quality makes much sense. But there are other points that we have to talk about. First, let's go to audio and microphone. So here there aren't many surprises when it comes to audio. The speaker specs have stayed the same. In my listening tests, both glasses sound very clear in the highs, but due to the design, of course, they lag a bit in the bass and lower mids. For listening to music on the go or making calls, the quality is perfect fine. However, the microphone is a real highlight. Both generations use a system of 5 microphones distributed throughout the frame. This ensures great voice quality for calls or voice messages. Often even better than the smartphone itself, which is crazy because the microphones isolate the voice right at your head, right? Plus, there is now an audio boost option in the early access function. You can toggle to understand conversations in loud environments better, as the microphones specifically focus on the person you are talking to. This is really, really nice. So let's talk about software and Meta AI. So in terms of software, both offer Meta AI integration, Gen 1 and Gen 2. Features like image analysis, where the glasses recognize what you're looking at, or helping with anything, or the cool thing is finally we have it here in Germany in German languages. This was always a problem. And it's also available in other languages in Europe and so on, Italian, Spanish, French and so on. I think also Portuguese. And other functions like, for example, WhatsApp first person calls, one of my favorite features, I love that. Then navigation help or live translation, and also linking apps like your favorite audio apps or WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram and your phone. They work on both generations and that's really, really nice. But now let's talk about a difference between both glasses: battery life and charging. So this is where we find probably the biggest difference in our real-world test. Meta claims a runtime of up to 8 hours for Gen 2 with typical use, while Gen 1 sits at about 4 hours only. In one of my tests, I recorded quite many videos and used the AI, and the glasses lasted about 6 hours, which is a significant improvement over the older generation, which often ran out of power after 2 hours. And in another test, I used the glasses occasionally for WhatsApp message, a few videos and some photos. And after 8 hours, I still had almost 50% battery. This is really, really good. And charging is also faster. Gen 2 hits 50% in about 20 minutes, while Gen 1 takes 30 minutes. The new generation's charging case also offers a total of 48 hours of additional runtime compared to 32 hours for the predecessor. This is by far the biggest difference you will see between Gen 1 and Gen 2. And for me, it's a really nice upgrade. Let's talk about pricing. So the pricing has shifted slightly. Gen 1 starts as a base model at around 29 euros. I will also put the dollar price in the description. And with transition lenses, which tint automatically in sunlight, which works really good, it costs 409 euros. For the Gen 2 base version with clear lenses, you should plan for 419 euros. And if you want special lenses like the transition version that I have here, you will end up at 499 euros for Gen 2. That's a straight 90 euro difference between the generations. So let's wrap this up. Is Gen 2 the better pair of glasses? Technically speaking, yes. Especially the much better battery is a highlight that fixes the biggest complaint about the Generation 1. Perhaps you've seen my reviews. I always complained about the battery life. But if you already own a Gen 1 and An upgrade makes sense if you record a lot of videos and photos, listen to music and use the AI a lot, as those really drain the battery. Then the upgrade makes sense. If you only take like 1 or 2 photos or listen to 3 messages one day, you can stay with the Gen 1. But however, there's also an accessory from another manufacturer, Prism XR, that extends the battery life. I will put the link of the accessory and the review in the description as well. So the difference in camera quality are only marginal, and I wouldn't switch just for that. For newcomers, however, the €90 extra for Gen 2 is a solid investment because you get a much more future-proof package that doesn't give up so quickly, especially during intense use. So if you're interested in a pair of Ray-Bans, you can find the links in the description and on my homepage VoodooDE-VR.com. It's a great way to support me for free. I would really love that. I hope this video helped you with your decision. I'd love to see a like and a sub with the bell. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE